And happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Sorry if it's a little loud in here today. I don't know if you live in Atlanta, but there's been a hole in our street for 2 years. And today they're coming to fix it. So that's exciting. Who knows how long it'll take them to fix it? But hey, all night I won't have to hear ba-boom as the bus goes through the hole. So that's exciting. All right, we're talking. Today is Toxic Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about sugar. I've sent a link to Beefy, but not sure if she'll make it on today. If she does, great. If not, you're just going to be rocking with me today. I might have to do this one solo, but I think I can handle it. So, nutrition. We talk about nutrition on a Tuesday, and we're coming to that time of year where we celebrate sugar, right? We've got Halloween, massive sugar celebration. Then we've got Thanksgiving, where it seems like everybody's thankful to overconsume carbohydrates. And then we roll into the holidays and Christmas time, where it's all about sugar consumption. And we are consuming, and our kids are consuming 100 times more sugar per day than we consumed 50 years ago, 100 years ago. And it's toxic, right? It's clear to see that it's toxic. There's a guy that's going viral right now called Kelly Means. He's all over the place. And I like what he's doing. He's talking about a lot of the problems that we see when we work with our nutrition clients. And I appreciate it. The only thing is he talks about a lot of different things. So he'll talk about processed food. He'll talk about Ozempic. He'll talk about every aspect of what's going on in food, but he doesn't really spend enough time talking about the number one thing, which is sugar and carbs. And you can have your own theories on why that is. Some people think that some people are paid to talk about a lot of things except sugar, right? A lot of the universities and a lot of the programs and all the research is funded by a lot of these big sugar and soda companies. So maybe that's it, but maybe he just wants to address everything, and that's cool too. My biggest thing, I'm working with guys that right now we're in our first 30 days of Ox 100, and my main focus for that first 30 days is only about getting you to break the sugar habit. And it sounds so simple and it sounds so basic, but if you don't do that, that's going to control the rest of the 100 days that I work with you. You won't be able to snap that cycle, and you won't be able to layer on things if we don't break that initial sugar addiction. So that's where we got to start. And honestly, the first 30 days, as much as we count macros and you've got to do all these, like we layer onto it pretty intensively, the first 30 days are the hardest part. The first 30 days breaking that sugar, they honestly say, is like breaking heroin addiction. But the thing about heroin addiction, when you break heroin addiction, you usually go somewhere and there's no heroin around. To break sugar addiction, sugar's everywhere, literally everywhere. And if you don't read labels, if you're not looking at what you're eating, you might not even know how much sugar you're eating. And they say on average, we're consuming 20 tablespoons of sugar a day, white sugar a day. And they label it all kinds of different things to make you feel better. But it's sugar, right? Cane sugar, whatever. It's all sugar. Okay? So I'm going to start off with that guy, Callie, because he gave us like a pretty cool little video here. And I'm going to share it with you guys. He calls it the unholy trinity. So if you're going to be looking at labels and you're going to be trying to break a sugar addiction, which I highly recommend even this time of year, then here is what you're looking at. So hopefully you can see this. All right, let's play. Rewind.
I'll go back to the unholy trinity I mentioned. If you scan that label, you want to look for 3 ingredients. Added sugars. There's over 50 names of added sugar.
Okay, so right away, I love where he starts. We're talking about added sugar. So that's the number one. Just like it is in our program, the number one is added sugar, right? Or just sugar. So, but how can you get tripped up and not notice that you're eating a lot of sugar? Well, pretty simple. There's 50 names of added sugar. So you got to know what you're looking for. Maybe we can put that list of the names somewhere.
But added sugar, you don't want. Seed oils, so canola oil.
So we talked about this last week, any kind of seed oil, right? And he described perfectly, just like we did, why you don't want seed oil.
Soybean oil. These are the top source of American calories right now. If you see
the top source of American calories are seed oils. I mean, my number one is sugar, right? Like I only care that, but for the top source of American calories to be seed oils, that just is mind blowing.
see seed oils, that company doesn't really like you. It's
Oh, I like that statement. If you see seed oils, that company doesn't really like you.
literally a byproduct from oil production that was used as an engine lubricant by John D. Rockefeller, who then lobbied to have it safe for human consumption because he saw he could literally make money. This is not something that's as widely used in Europe. It's very looked down on. So fundamentally, you've got seed oils, you've got added sugars, and then you've got processed grains. Now, the processing takes the fiber off, which is a big part of the nutritional value. These are basically just hidden sugars. In addition, I think in the US,
so we're talking about sugar again. So he's gone through 3 ingredients. The second one was oil, and the third one is another version of sugar, right? We're talking about carbohydrates. And grains. Like, so I want to cut you the first 30 days that you work with me, I want to cut you of your sugar addiction, right? Already talked about that. And I want to do that by using something that you've probably used before, paleo, Whole30, or carnivore, which I recommend carnivore for men. I'm not a big, like, it has to be carnivore. I'm big about animals. But the key with carnivore is it's the hardest one, right? There's no carnivore versions of things. Just like there's like paleo muffins now and paleo candy and paleo all kinds of things that are basically just sugar replacements. Doesn't set you up for success. But with carnivore, you're eating meat, you're eating animal products, you're eating cheese. There's no sugar. There's no added sugar. There's no chance of you getting added sugar from any of them things. Now, I'm going to get onto an app that I just downloaded that you guys can take away from this. But I recommend carnivore, especially for men, because it's the hardest one. And there's not many versions of things that you can get tripped up. Just like he talks about, there's 50 versions of sugar that you're looking at on these labels. So they've overcomplicated it, right? If I say go and eat carnivore, you don't even have any questions for me, right? If I say go eat paleo, if I say go eat Whole30, you're going to come back with a bunch of questions. Is this paleo? Is this Whole30 compliant? Carnivore. Is it an animal product? Yes or no? And that's it. So it's such a simple rule. It's such a simple way to do it. And for 30 days, you can do it for 30 days. So why not give it a try? We're coming up to all these sugar celebrations. If on Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, Halloween, that one day you break your habit, that's 3 days out of the next 2.5 months. It's not going to do any damage. You're going to be fine. But if from now until then, you're in a high carb diet, you're eating 20 tablespoons of sugar a day on average, and then you go and enjoy Halloween, Thanksgiving, the holidays. By January, you're going to look completely different. You're going to have added 5 to 10 pounds. You're going to feel crappy. You're going to feel tired. You're not going to feel good. So I recommend trying carnivore. Okay. So why also carnivore? You don't have to read the labels. You don't have to look for nutrition. But if you do have to look for nutrition, here on this Toxic Tuesday, I'm going to share this app with you that I just found. And one of the UFC fighters was talking about it. So this app is called Yuka. So Yuka, it's a free app. All you have to do, obviously, is give them something. So you're giving them your email address and you're scanning your food in there. So you're giving them data, right? You're going to be trading some data, but is it worth it to get this app? Well, let's see. So you've got Apparently, there's no brand or manufacturer influence, which right now we'll see. So it's 100% independent. There's no ads, which God, love that. Yuca's been developed 3 responsible funding, eliminate any conflict of interests. I would like to learn more, and I will, but not right now. So all you do is scan something in, and then from there, you can see it also not only does food, but it does other cosmetics. All right, 1 second. Oh, look at this. Beefy,
What's up?
welcome in.
I'm so excited.
Got 20 burpees.
20 burpees for what? For what?
1 a minute. I'll give you 1 a minute for being late.
1 a minute. I was not, this was not organized very well.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, but we've been doing it at 11. It's 10:50.
Well, you've still got 20 burpees.
You know what? I'll use them as my warm up today, so that's fair.
Deal. All right, look at this. So I'm looking at this app. Have you heard of it? Yuka.
No, I've not heard of that actually.
Okay, so it's a free app. I was just talking about it. Apparently, there's no influence from brands. There's no ads. And they've developed 3 responsible funding sources, eliminating any conflict of interest, right? So you scan a product and it tells you what's in it that's good or bad for you.
Really? Okay.
And it not only does food, it also does, which you would like, cosmetics.
Yes. Okay. I'm here for this. What is
Right?
it called?
Yeah. So I've called this day Toxic Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about sugar before.
Uh-huh.
And now we're talking about this. So, look at this. So tortilla chips, Siete, grain-free, it says poor choice. And then it says sea salt, whatever that is, excellent choice.
What?
Carmax lip balm, bad choice.
Oh, I know that is trash.
Burt's Bees, excellent choice. See?
Okay.
See how it
Okay.
So right now they've got 61.7 million users
Wow.
and 300 reviews. People say it's a 4.7,
Okay.
but I don't believe people. So we'll try it for ourselves.
All right. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm interested to see, especially on the Siete chips, where
Oh, do you eat them?
I love those
Ooh,
chips.
bad choice.
I do.
All right. Are
I
you
know.
ready? So
Yes.
I have downloaded the app.
Okay.
So let's start with, this is a good one to start with. This is what my kids eat. I do not because I'm carnivore.
Uh-huh.
Sea salt veggie straws, right?
Okay.
So you would think better choice than chips, right?
I don't know though. I don't know. I've always been torn on eating those because of the way that they're shaped. I don't know what it is.
Talk about Lay's, right? Like, do you want some Lay's chips or do you want these? So let's see.
True.
And they say veggie on them, which
Automatically makes it healthy.
apparently. All right. Scan. 37 out of 100. Poor choice. Okay.
I knew it. I knew it.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
So shall we see why?
Yes, read it to me because you know I can't see that well.
Too much sodium. 220 milligrams.
Okay.
Not too worried about sodium.
Mm-mm.
But a bit too caloric. Not worried about that. Okay, so I don't think this is a bad choice. If that's the only 2 things it's telling me. It's not like highlighting any additives, you know?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm most worried about because these days people are so worried about salt. And I want everything I eat to be crusted in salt.
Yeah, they're really
That's
low.
actually not bad for you.
They're really low sugar. They've got less than 1 gram a serving. So yes, there's cane sugar, so that's not good, but less than 1 gram. For some reason, this doesn't tell you the oils. So I wonder if I can.
Wait, so they're not even including seed oils in that?
Not on this one. It's not showing that.
Hmm.
All right, let's do something else.
To me, that's what I care about the most. Seed oils.
Jack
Ooh.
Link's beef tender bites. Okay.
Ooh, are you bringing those later?
I can. We'll see. I might throw them in the trash. Are they going in the trash? 3 out of 100. Bad.
Dang, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
All right, listen to this. Contains 5 additives to avoid. So this didn't say that in the other one, which I think it should have, because I'm seeing potato starch, potato flour, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, cornstarch. Beetroot powder to color though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 5 additives. 2 are hazardous. Oh, I like this. This is good. Why didn't it do that for that one?
I don't know, because I guess they don't think seed oils are hazardous, but that's just me.
Yeah. More info. Sodium nitrate is a preservative, hazardous. Monosodium glutamate is a flavor enhancer and is a hazardous. Artificial flavoring, which we're a bit suspicious of. Limited risk, it says. Paprika extract for coloring says it's risk-free, which I agree. Sodium cethylorebate, antioxidant. Don't know what that is. Okay, too much sodium again, they're saying. Excellent amount of protein, no saturated fat. Don't care about saturated fat. It's given some recommendations. I didn't see that. So, crackling pepper beef jerky, 66 out of 100.
That's what's saying that's the one we should try.
It's given a bunch of like recommendations of ones that are rated better.
I mean, okay, but here's my question.
Yeah.
Is since it's not labeling the oils and it's labeling sodium as hazardous, I don't know. I don't feel like I could fully trust this app.
Yeah, I mean, everything's made with the food pyramid in mind, right? So like it's not like it's made with our pyramid in mind. The thing that I like is that it did tell me 2 of the things that I don't want, right? Because them things are not on the label.
No way.
Wait, it is, yeah.
Okay. I was like, there's no way.
Potassium sorbate is on there because it says to ensure freshness. But yeah, what I would like to do, I wonder if there's a way you can set it up for yourself where you like say, identify soy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because this is my favorite snack.
Right. Definitely bring those.
So let's count it. Hell no. I won't get any of them if I bring these.
I'll only eat a few.
Hot and spicy. Pork rinds.
Okay.
30 out of 100.
What?
Yeah. Oh, see, this is horrible. This is where the app falls off for me.
Okay, what does it say?
It says it's too many calories.
What? Okay.
Too fatty. Not a thing.
Okay.
Too much sodium.
Okay.
None of them things are things.
And that's it?
Yeah, the negatives. Too caloric, which it's pork skins and pork fat with sea salt, red pepper, salt, garlic powder, citric acid, paprika, onion powder, chipotle pepper powder, fried in pork fat.
That sounds amazing.
Doesn't get any cleaner than that, does it?
No, not at all, especially for a product on a shelf in a bag.
No flavoring, no preservatives.
No, what is it, natural flavors either?
Nothing.
See, they've lost me completely. I will never trust this app. I will never trust it because you're telling, but did you grab a box of cereal or something? You want to scan it?
Should I go get one?
You should go get one because I want to see.
In the house.
You know what? Now that you say that, I don't even know why I asked that. Because what I want to see is, are they going to say that that cereal is better than a product that has, okay, let's do that. That's good. That's good.
Banana nut protein oatmeal.
Okay. I want to see if that scores higher than something that's so clean like that.
Well, yeah, that was super clean, right?
Right.
This got 57 out of 100.
What?
Yeah. No additives.
Mhm.
Low sodium, which they like. Low saturated fat, which they like. Excellent source of fiber, which you can't disagree with, I guess.
Mhm.
Excellent amount of protein with 12 grams. I just don't eat it because I'm a carnivore right now.
Right.
And I don't trust the whole grains in America. So
No.
whole grain oats, these I'll tell you the ingredients, which the Epic got rated lower than this. Whole grain oats, second ingredient, sugar. 12 grams per serving. That's a lot.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah.
And then the protein comes from whey protein concentrate.
Okay.
Whey protein isolate, dried bananas, salt, banana flakes, soy, natural flavor. And it hasn't identified any of that stuff.
See, 61 million people in the community are being lied to.
The only thing it said was lecithins as a risk-free antioxidant. So yeah.
See, okay.
All it's identifying is sugar. It's identifying like it wants you to eat low sugar, low fat, low sodium, high fiber, high protein, which I like the high protein. It identifies high protein foods. That's good. But then everything else is just off. And for me, it doesn't work for me. I need to delete it off my phone. It doesn't help.
Right. No. Okay. I mean, if I'm looking at it from a perspective of somebody who doesn't know much about health and fitness, who doesn't know where to begin in a diet, who is unsure about what to get, then maybe because most people are like, oh, well, I don't want to eat salt, no sugar. Okay, then maybe that app is good for you.
Well, I wish I had some more like really unhealthy foods, because like something that would expose it or show like, what does it do with the Snickers? What does it do with you know what I mean? Like,
I want to see what it says about Frosted Flakes.
Yeah. Don't have any.
Something like that that's in the food pyramid that they say that is a good source of
Let me try one
vitamins.
Because this is not even that bad.
Okay. Those are good.
You tried some of these, right? So
those are really good. Yeah.
And it says they're bad.
Okay.
So 21 out of 100 for this JoJo's chocolate. Yeah. 3 additives, 2 are risky. So steviol is a sweetener.
Yeah.
And erythritol. Erythritol. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
But that's like a sugar.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Like a sugar substitute.
Yeah. That's what's in like the ice creams and stuff, isn't
it? Yes.
So we've got dark chocolate, unsweetened, which is great. Erythritol. Say it again.
Erythritol.
That one. Cocoa butter. Great. Stevia. We're not sure. Is it better than sugar? Don't know. Sunflower lecithin. That's not good, is it?
I mean, not my favorite, but it's not terrible.
Macadamia nuts. Fine. Coconut. Hemp protein. That's something you used to eat all the time. Coconut oil. And then sea salt.
So, I mean, it's not great, but compared to a Snickers or a Hershey's, way better alternative.
Yeah, so they say it's too fatty because it's got 9 grams of fat, which I disagree with because that's coming from cocoa butter, macadamia nuts, and coconut oil. They're
Mhm.
amazing sources of fat,
100%.
right? And then 2 caloric, 170 calories for 3 bites. That's not bad.
No.
If you just had 3 of these instead of some bullshit on an evening that got you through. The only thing I don't like is the hemp protein. They could use a better protein. Sugar, it says it's a bit too sweet, but it's not real sugar. So,
You may get your wish. They just increased prices on hemp.
all right. So, recommendations they're given that are better: organic chocolate brownie baked Cliff Bar.
Get out of here. Leave me alone right now. I'm hanging up. Stop.
And it's because they like the fiber and stuff, which
Right.
we just don't look at because we eat real food. We get enough fiber
Right.
from real food.
Let me tell you right now, we've talked about it before. My diet is mainly meat, and you don't see me eating any veggies, plants, oatmeal, nothing. And I'm going to tell you, I have zero issues
Yeah,
with needing fiber.
I was
zero issues.
I was hopeful that app was going to do something,
Yeah, that is. I mean, I'm not shocked. I'm just not shocked by it. I'm not.
No, me neither. I mean, everybody comes in with their own biases, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you've got to read your own labels. Sadly, I was hoping that was going to be a fix to help because I played a video earlier. You know that guy Callie Means that's everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And he called it the unholy trinity, and it was added sugar, and then seed oils, and then the third one was grains, processed grains.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, if you can avoid them, that's 80% of the battle, right?
Yeah.
Which is where we start our challenge with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Paleo, Whole30, or carnivore. And I was saying, like, the key for me with carnivore, the why it's so easy is you don't have to look at any labels. You don't have to ask any questions. You don't have to say, is this or isn't it? Does it come from an animal? Yes or no? And you don't have to ask me if it's paleo compliant, because I now see things that are stamped with paleo on it. Definitely are not paleo. It's got a label. It's not a real food. And the key is you're trying to eat real food,
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And so I was saying, like, even if you do start looking at labels, he said there's 50 different names on labels for sugar. 50 different names that they can get away with putting on.
Well, people wonder why we're so unhealthy.
Well, it's just sugar. Like, I like what he's doing, and I said it before you came on. But what I think is he's saying so many different things that it's distracting from the enemy, which is just sugar, right? Like, and it makes you question a little bit, and I don't want to be but like, is he being paid to not talk about sugar as much? Like, so like all these things are a problem. Well, yeah, but where we start with our clients is we've got to break your sugar addiction. Everything else, we'll get to it. But if we don't break the sugar addiction, there's no point going on. There's no point continuing.
Because people will say they don't have a sugar addiction, but then they go every morning and get a coffee that has 60 to 100 grams of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Every day. And they wonder why, well, I worked out this morning. Let me go get this coffee. Maybe top it with some whipped cream. Put this super, sugary milk in there, their creamer. They're like, oh, well, it's a pumpkin spice latte. Okay. I know for a fact that has 64 grams of sugar in it. Just for a small size, which is insane.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, even the side effects that happen,
I think the thing is like, it's hard to know what that means, isn't it? Grams, right? Like, let's look at what that means. Let's see if this works. So, I don't like that video. Okay, this is good. Because this is a smoothie. A Starbucks Oreo frappe, 60 grams of sugar. Dang,
your daily intake of sugar should be 48 grams or less to maintain a healthy body. And you're getting it 60 off of one drink.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Are you ready? I'm going to share it with you.
Okay.
Stop. I swear I'm getting better with this.
You are. I mean, you are. You're doing great. I could not even figure this out.
All right. You see this?
Yeah.
Okay. How much sugar? So we don't need the music. Oreo frappe. Do you see that?
Yes.
That's 60 grams of sugar. Holy cow. So this has 12.
Right.
So 12, that's 60. 4 grams. 0, 0. 1 gram. Okay. So all these snacks are good. That's 60 grams. So even if you have 30 grams of sugar in something, look at that. That's half of that. Look how much sugar that is.
That's disturbing.
But
That is really disturbing.
Most people, I think, know an Oreo frappe. That's a treat, right?
Yeah. But here's the funny thing is, and we haven't talked about it on here yet, but oat milk can spike your blood sugar levels the same way a Coke does. It has the same amount of sugar and does the same thing to your insulin and in your body that a can of Coke does. So imagine, okay, so maybe that guy just made that frappe with regular milk, not much sugar. Imagine now adding in oat milk to that, and that's an additional 20 to 30 grams, depending on the size. So now you're saying that frappe is around 100 grams of sugar.
Jesus.
That is wild.
Powerade, 26 grams. Look how much sugar. Look if you tried to drink that much sugar, or like you just tried to eat that much sugar. Isn't it wild how you can they just cram it into drinks? Like drinks are the biggest problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, God, oh man, a smoothie. Okay. I don't drink those smoothies. I've seen that. Okay, I'm ready for this. Let's see.
This is scary, right? Because like,
Right.
oh, okay, you had a Powerade. Yeah, I know that's sugar. But I'm going to have a healthy red smoothie. And it's got a grapefruit on it and a strawberry. Ah!
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. 20 ounces of Coke. Same as a smoothie.
I'm telling you, it's God, all this stuff, all this healthy stuff is such a joke. It is such a joke. You know, and
just to see, though, a visual representation of what a gram, because it doesn't mean anything when you look at a label, does it?
no. You're like, oh, okay, 20 grams of sugar. But when you look at it that way, that reminds me of the days when I bartended and I would make simple syrup for drinks. And I would fill up a huge gallon of sugar and just melt it down with hot water and then pour it in people's cocktails.
Right.
And just to know you're drinking that whole cup or that whole big thing of sugar.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is like we're coming to the season. I talked about it in the intro where we celebrate sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So Halloween, it's all about sugar. And I know most people right now have a big old Costco bag in their house that won't make it till Halloween.
No.
So then they're gonna have to go again on Halloween or the night before to refill it, right?
Well, that's why they buy two. That's when they're like, oh man, let me get 2 bags because I already know I can't keep it in the house because I'm going to eat it.
Right. And then we go to Thanksgiving, which is a carbohydrate celebration in America,
Mhm.
right? It's all
Yep.
about the carbs. Like, what are you most? Mac and cheese. That's what I hear the
Stuffing.
most. Stuffing. That's just bread, right?
Yeah, it's all just bread. Yes, it is.
I love
Just
stuffing.
bread.
Yeah.
I am My name is Saint. I love
And
stuffing.
the Thanksgiving meal, most places lasts how many days? How many days do you have leftovers?
Probably 3 days of leftovers, depending.
And you can go to different people's Thanksgivings, right? So it could start
Hmm.
Wednesday and go till Sunday. So that's like five,
Yeah.
6 days. And maybe you start Monday, Tuesday because it's Thanksgiving week. So we've got Halloween leading right into Thanksgiving, leading right into the holidays.
Hmm.
And then during the holidays, it's just a straight sugar festival.
It is.
Yeah. So my thing is I'm excited to not wait for January to start this challenge because say you do it and you do Thanksgiving Day, you do Halloween, you have a few pieces of candy. Thanksgiving Day, same, you just enjoy your meal. And then the holidays, whatever your thing is, maybe it's Christmas Eve, maybe it's New Year's. That's maybe 3, 4, at most 5 days out of the next 2.5 months where you
Hmm.
just kind of eat whatever. But then the rest of the time, you're no sugar, eating real food, reading labels, avoiding all that stuff. You're going to feel great going into the new year. But if you don't do that, and then 5 or 6 days are just added on to you eating whatever, like I just said, like from now until the holidays, you're just going to have shit in the house.
Hmm.
So if you just want to eat that stuff, that's 5, 10 pounds, maybe 15 pounds.
Well,
At most
yeah.
20 pounds of weight you just added.
I mean, you already have people who are like, man, I wish I looked better for the holidays, or they're going through the holidays already feeling kind of crappy. So then, if you're anything like me, I love to eat my feelings and eat my emotions, and this is the perfect time to do it. So
Mhm.
then they come out of the holidays feeling even worse than they did before they started. And they're like, man, I've really got to lose weight. I've really got to do this. But I mean, it's just a vicious cycle that people do every single year. They want to look better for the summer, but
Yeah, when
then
does
they
that
actually have to
start?
stick with it. Yeah, right. Exactly.
And what does you now eating whatever you want? What does that do to you internally, right? And how hard is it to break that addiction when you start the new year, right?
Hmm.
Like, what if you could break it now, go into the holidays with a healthy respect for these foods, and then come out and yeah, take on another challenge in January, but you're in such a better position to break that sugar addiction.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I've talked about it in a previous podcast with Savannah. And you start the new year off, you say you have 100 people, 100 people make a New Year's resolution. Only 23% of those 100 people make it 2 weeks, and only 9% make it to their end goal that they set at the beginning of the year. 9% out of 100. That's why that is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what people do every year, though. They set these goals. Most end it after a few days, a week. Some are lucky to last 2 weeks. And then that's it. Everybody falls off.
Hmm.
Because I mean, it is. It's hard to create habits and it's hard to create change. And that's one reason why when we do this program, we're in a group setting, we're having our weekly check ins, we're working together because you need that accountability. A lot of times people try and do things on their own. And
Yeah.
that's why doing it with a group of like minded people really help to set you in the right direction of what you need to do because now you've got other people asking you, oh, how are things going, what's your progress like, we're sharing recipes, we're spending time together, we're seeing each other at the gym.
Yeah.
But
But the thing is as well is like it's the baseline of everything we do, which I don't think people
mhm,
quite understand. Like you can train as hard as you want, but if you don't get this stuff down, you just won't see the results that you want, Because to say you can't out train a bad diet is an understatement.
mhm,
It's not that you're going against a bad diet, it's that you're going against a whole culture that doesn't want you to be healthy.
mhm.
So you can't outrun the culture. You've got to fight. You've got to turn around and fight it back, right? And
Yeah.
you've got to understand that you have to face these things. You can't just bury your head in the sand, because if you do, you will look around in 2 or 3 years time and you'll have added 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 pounds of body weight. You'll be on some kind of diabetes medication, and you might still have been working out every day.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this is you have your friends or you have people in your life and you go somewhere. Say you start this diet or you're starting Ox 100 and you're like, you have people in your group and they're like, oh my God, I went out last night. I got so drunk. We went to McDonald's. We were out so late and everybody's like, ha ha ha, that's so funny.
Mhm.
But then, you tell your friends, oh, well, I'm doing paleo or carnivore for the next month. And people are like, oh my God, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you put yourself through that?
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that it's acceptable for me to be out on the weekends, partying, drinking, maybe doing drugs. But when I tell people that all I'm eating is red meat and working out every day, they're like, that sounds terrible.
That's unhealthy.
That's unhealthy. The culture is so backwards,
Mhm.
and you're having to fight against the tide.
Yeah.
You're not, it's not like everybody, if everyone was to go with the flow, we would all just be out here doing whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, not thinking about the future, the consequences, the repercussions.
Yeah. I got a
But
great example. So I'm going to bring up Greg as an example.
yes, Greg.
Progress. Because
Man.
before he did Ox 100, he was with us over a year, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was getting fitter slowly, you know.
Yep.
But in the space of 100 days, he completely changed his body. And
Yes.
the one thing that stands out to me more than anything, yeah, he's got a six pack. You see his muscles, you see his shoulders and all that. But it's just he looks healthier. Like his
Mhm.
eyes look clearer, right?
Yep.
He looks
Yes.
more vibrant, and he looks just less inflamed.
His skin color is different. Like you can tell it's different.
Yeah. And like Greg wasn't like a big drinker and stopped drinking, which is like, it was just sugar. And he
Mhm.
thought that he was eating healthy. And he fought me for a while on like, I don't want to eat meat, and like, I want to eat low fat meats and all this stuff, But I was like, just trust me for this and just give it a try. You can always go back, right? Didn't even
Yep.
I think he said he didn't like the taste of steak and burgers and stuff. And then he changed it. And then not only did this happen in 100 days, but his performance in the gym, like
Insane.
he is chasing me down. After 2 years of doing this, with changing his nutrition, I've been doing this like 10 years,
Yeah.
but like he's a completely different athlete. Did a bar muscle up the other day. This was one of his
Mhm.
goals when we posted this in June. Like he's constantly making progress. So it's just crazy to see.
I know. I was watching him today do toast bar, and I literally looked at him and I was like, "You make it look so effortless." And like you said, he's such an incredible athlete, and it is wild the change that he is. I mean, it's a complete 180.
Which changed nothing about his training. He's not more consistent.
No.
He was coming
No.
every single day, and
Mhm.
he looked like, he worked out a little bit. Now he looks like an athlete, and he's doing things that are way more athletic than he was doing 100 before he started the Ox 100. So
Oh yeah, I know. We need an updated picture because he looks even better than the picture on the right already.
we do need an updated picture.
We need an updated picture because even, and he talks about his son. His son saw him get out of the shower and he's like, "Oh my God, Dad, you have abs."
Right. That's huge.
That's huge.
And then one of my favorite athletes. Let's look at this. You'll have to bring up some of yours next time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll have to send
We'll
him
talk
over
about some women's Ox 100 next time. But Keith,
bro, I know. What a beast.
yeah. And he's doing it again. We started again. We're going hard again. because it's the
Yes.
off season now. So he's just started another Fresh Ox 100. We're going to do a whole reset again. But he just finished a triathlon.
Mhm.
I mean, just a different person. And it's all nutrition.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's the base of everything. And I'm really grateful to be around you because you showed me that. Like the last few years being around you has really taught me. I knew it, but I'd never seen it as much as I've seen it. You know, like we talked about your transformation last time.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just you made me like, okay, if I focus on mine for a year, what's going to happen? You know?
Mhm.
So it's cool. So I appreciate you for that.
Oh, thanks, Aunt. I mean, I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for you the day that we sat in that office and you were like, this is what I want to test something on you and this is what we're going to do. And I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
It was cool, right?
I should be thanking you.
Yeah, it was cool. We just tested all kinds of different high fat, high protein, animal based. That's when you first came in animal based, wasn't it? When I was like, I want to test this with you.
Hmm.
And we did the carb cycling and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah. So
awesome. All right. 11:25. We still got to 11:25, 46 minutes. Shut
I
up.
know.
Jesus. Next time be on time and we won't go
Oh
over.
my God, next time stick with the time. Dang.
All right. I like Toxic Tuesday.
I do love a good Toxic Tuesday. The only way I want to stay toxic.
All right. What are our final verdicts on that app then?
I think it's a waste of time.
I'm going to use it for a week. I'm not going to just use
Okay.
it on 4 products. All right. And then we'll review what we think next week. You should use it too.
You know what? Maybe I'll just go to the grocery store and scan things just for funsies and see what it says and report back.
Yeah. That sounds like something you would do.
Hey, Caitlin, what'd you do on Saturday? Oh, I was at Publix for about a couple hours scanning
Doing
everything
what?
in the store.
Did you buy anything? Mm-mm. I don't
No,
want to shop there. Imagine.
that's all right. They know me there by name, so they're not shocked.
All right. I need to eat and then I'll be
Hmm.
over. And I got a desk in the back of my car. So,
Let's freaking go. All
all right.
right.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. This episode has not been canceled yet due to the things that we're saying. So if you enjoy this, leave us a comment, like, subscribe. If you want to see more of Caitlin, let me know. If you want to see less of Caitlin, let me know. Put it in the comments.
Oh,
What else you got, Beef? You got anything to close us out with?
man, just eat more steak.
Perfect way to
You
end
know?
it. What kind of steak?
Oh man, ribeye, the best.
A
The
ribeye.
best.
All right. See you in the gym.
See you soon.
All righty. 48 minutes. Hope you enjoyed that episode. We had a blast. We like talking about this stuff. The first paleo challenge I did was in 2011. And up until that point, I thought eating oatmeal, pasta, rice, all these carbs was how I was going to become a good athlete. And in 30 days, I saw my body change and I felt better. And I stopped taking a Gatorade to the gym. I started reading labels. And you got to do the same. You got to take control of your health. You've got to be responsible for it. As you can see from looking around, if you don't actively take control of it, then it's not gonna go well over the next 5-10 years. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave us a like, comment if you enjoy these episodes, and we're gonna keep them coming because we enjoy making them. Have a good day.